My name is NADIA NATASYA BINTI SHAHIZAN. My metric number is 291962. In my part, I would like to address a topic that has been widely discussed. It is employee shortages in certain sectors, particularly the hospitality and hotel industry in Malaysia. While some may attribute to these issues to Generation Z, I believe it is unfair to assign blame just only to them. There are multiple factors contributing to these challenges that deserve our attention. Firstly is the Generation Z, identified as those born between 1997 and 2012, make up a significant portion of the population. According to Forbes 2015, the Generation Z accounts for 25% of the US population, making them a larger cohort than baby boomers or millennials. However, their approach to work and career choices is markedly different from previous generations. First and foremost, let's talk about the work-life balance. The hospitality industries and the hotel have the inconsistent working hours due to the 24/7 operational requirements, which mean the staff are frequently required to work irregular shifts. While some may view this as a lack of work ethic in Generation Z, it's more accurate to say it is a desire for a balanced lifestyle. Like any generation, Generation Z values work-life balance, and it is drawn to careers that offer personal satisfaction, such as becoming the designers, teachers, or entrepreneurs. Additionally, we must consider the economic landscape that shapes Gen Z's choices. Also, the compensation and benefit in the hospitality sector that often fail to attract and retain the staff. The hospitality sector often struggles with low wages and demanding conditions. According to ATMIR 2024, Gen Z having witnessed economic instability and rising living costs, tends to prioritize financial security through saving and investment. The COVID-19 pandemic has also played a significant role, so we cannot overlook the profound impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the job market. The pandemic disrupted economies worldwide, including leading to significant job losses across various sectors such as employees in sector hospitality. Many hotels and restaurants faced drastic revenue declines, resulting in layoffs or reduced hours for remaining staff. The pandemic prompts many, including Generation Z, to reevaluate their career paths and seek more stable opportunities. This generation is inspired by positions that align with their visions and allow them to make positive impact. In conclusion, attributing employee shortages just only to Generation Z's work ethic is a misconception. Factors such as the demand for work-life balance, economic concerns, and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic all contribute to these issues. To address these challenges, the hospitality and hotel industry must adapt to the evolving needs and the expectations of today's workforce. It can overcome the employees' crisis and create a sustainable future for this vital sector. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is YONG and my matrix number is 292250. Today I will express my moral judgment on this topic. From my point of view, I personally object to the notion that Generation Z employees has a worse work ethic than the previous generation. The Generation Z are placing a high priority on mental health, work-life balance, and flexible working hours. While this often conflict with the traditional work ethics that prioritize long working hours and unwavering loyalty to the employer, but I believe these values are redefine what it means to be a responsible and ethical employee, which allowing them to take the responsibility in a new way and perform better at work. This can be proven by an article from Handshake, which states that the Generation Z think a healthy and balanced work environment is essential to performing optimal work and maximizing their career opportunities. This is because a better work-life balance can avoid the burnout problem which faced by many older generations and increase their productivity, thereby promoting sustainable career growth. So Generation Z just work responsibly in a different way and is more productive. Besides, from a utilitarianism perspective, I also think that Generation Z work ethics is not worse than the previous generations. I believe integrating Generation Z values into the workplace can benefit all parties, including increased employee productivity and improved mental health for all employees, thereby improving company performance and profitability. This is consistent with the emphasis of this moral theory on maximizing the good of the greatest number. According to a survey on the effects of company create a wellness program for employees, the results shows 84% of employers say investing in wellness programs has been shown to increase employee productivity and performance, with an average return on investment of 6 to 1. Likewise, another research also shows that when employees feel their work is meaningful, their performance improves by 33%. In addition to doing their job, they also stay with the company longer. These studies prove that Generation Z values of work-life balance, flexibility, psychological well-being, and meaningful work can benefit both employees and companies. Therefore, Generation Z has a work ethic in the view of utilitarianism theory. Moreover, I think the shortage of workers in certain industries in Malaysia, such as hotel and hospitality industries, should not be blamed on the work ethic of Generation Z. From a moral perspective, I think it is unfair to put the moral blame on Generation Z employees without considering the problem of structural inequality in the workplace. An article points out that the unfair pay structures, widespread underemployment, wage uncertainty, increased workplace stress, and other adverse circumstances negatively impact the mental health and well-being of employees, which make it difficult to retain talent and recruit new employees. This factual information shows that the shortage of workers in certain industries in Malaysia cannot be blamed on the work ethic of Generation Z. In summary, I believe that Generation Z has its own unique work value, which are no worse than the previous generations. Instead of stereotyping them as having no work ethic, we should understand their values and incorporate them into our work, such as changing company policies in line with their values. That's all for my part. Now I will pass it to the next member. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Limenshi and my matric number is 292263. Today, the moral judgment that I decided to present in our group topics, which is the issues about, are Gen Z's work ethics to be blamed for the staff shortage in certain sectors such as hospitality and hotel industry in Malaysia. In my opinion, I oppose to these issues, and the moral reasoning, I think blaming these issues to the individuals like Gen Z employees in such bigger systematic challenges such as staff shortage in the hospitality sector is unjust. One of the main issues of staff shortage actually I think is because of the job market competitions that becoming serious in Malaysia. The high salaries in other sectors such as finance, technology, and also work remote opportunities has made the hospitality sectors less competitiveness in terms of wages and benefits. Besides, based on the factual information that I provided, approximately 15,000 of the official migrant workers and unauthorized workers left the hospitality businesses such as in region like Sarawak during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. They may look for the greatest chances in regions where the earnings can be 2 to 3 times more than and higher than the previous regions. So also by using the ethical theory, respect for autonomy, also can support that should not criticize these issues towards the Gen Z employees, because this theory emphasizes that individuals have the right to make decisions about their own career and their related choices. So hence, the hospitality industry should actually focus more on how to attract and retain the Gen Z employees and not just blame on their behaviors. Besides, I oppose to these issues because I think actually it's need to also concern about the lack of career development that offered by the hospitality sector for the Gen Z employees, and it is not fair to blame the behavior of Gen Z employees who only just want to pursue the benefits for themselves. So, for example, Malaysia's workers in the hospitality industry were not confident with their working conditions will be improvement, even though after the minimum wages regulations has been implemented. Thus, here shows that not always have a clear and organized path for the career growth in the hospitality industries. Besides, according to the factual information that I provided, Gen Z employees was dissatisfied with the lack of structured career development opportunities in the hospitality industry, as because they more prefer to seek the career growth and the working place that can reflect their beliefs. And based on the ethical theory, the organization also should emphasizes about the ethical theory corporate social responsibility to appeal greatly to these generations and provide an inclusive working environment, since it will more likely to resonate with the Gen Z that is more towards to the social justice and equality. Thus, the hospitality sector should effectively to just engage the Generation Z by addressing the concerns such as offering competitiveness compensations or a clear career path that reflects their beliefs. So from this, I believe that this allowed the sector to attract and retain the outstanding younger of Gen Z workers who want to contribute to its growth and innovations. Thank you. That's all for my part.
Good day, doctor and everyone. My name is CHANG with matric number 292511. Now, I will discuss the issue of do Gen Z employees have worse work ethic compared to the previous generations. In my opinion, I disagree with this issue based on certain factual information and moral theory. So, based on the factual information, I oppose this issue. First, because I believe that Gen Z employees have a good work ethics and emphasize the position value within the workplace. For example, according to a study by the Workforce Institute, find that 32% of Gen Z respondents consider themselves as the hardest working generations, to oppose the laziness etc. often associated with them. This study also indicates that they prioritize meaningful work such as they prefer jobs that align with their value and proficiency. Second, because I think that Gen Z employees prioritize flexibility in the workplace. For instance, according to a survey by Lincoln, so that 76% of Gen Z employees value flexibility in their jobs. This survey also indicates that 26% of Gen Z employees will keep loyalty to employer who offer flexible working conditions. Third, because I believe that Gen Z employees know the importance of utilizing technology in the workplace. For example, from a research by Dell Technology highlights that 85% of Gen Z employees emphasize technology is essential for the work success. They consider technology as neutral to improve and innovate any process of their organization and enhance their productivity. However, based on the moral theory, I oppose this issue, first because of the utilitarian principle. On this theory, Gen Z employees emphasize work flexibility to promote a healthy work-life balance within the workplace and lead to greater happiness and well-being of employees. Second, because of the virtue ethic. On this theory, Gen Z employees always highlight values such as innovations, adaptability, ethical consideration, and others that positively impact the culture of the workplace. Third, because of justice and fairness. On this theory, Gen Z employees demand for fair treatment by distributing benefits and opportunity to whole employee to promote a just work environment. In conclusion, through my moral judgment, I think that Gen Z employees have different work of ethic but are not worse compared to previous generation. Instead, I believe they have a better work ethic by fostering an inclusive workplace. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is AHMAD MUKHTAZIR, my meeting number 29603. So today I want to address a widely debate issue that Gen Z employees have worse ethic compared to previous generations. I firmly oppose this notion. Gen Z work ethic isn't weaker, it's different. Their approach is shaped by unique experiences, value and challenges. Let me take you through the fact, explain by unique framework behind their behavior and show how this generation can become an asset in the workplace. So first, let's focus on the Gen Z strengths. Research by the Barna groups revealed that Gen Z is the most goal-oriented generations. They are also the most educated and racially diverse generation to date, bringing fresh perspective and ideas to the table. These qualities make them capable of driving innovation and fostering inclusivity in the workplace. So number 2, challenges Gen Z faces. However, Gen Z also faces unique challenges. According to the American Psychology Association, they are like most generation to experiences anxiety and sadness. Additionally, many Gen Z enter the workforce with little early job experience, which lead to idealistic expectation of their roles and workplace. When reality doesn't align with their ideas, delusionment can occur, resulting in high turnover. So last is about workplace expectation and supports. Gen Z has high expectation for their employers. They value flexibility, meaningful work and collaborative environments. When organizations fail to meet this expectation, the disillusionment occurs. To address these, organizations must number 1, provide mentorship to guide young workers. Number 2, create inclusive and purpose-driven environments. And last, maintain open communication to build trust and align expectations. That's all for me. Thank you. Next, we move to the moral theories shaping Gen Z values. Now, let's connect this behavior to moral theories. Number 1, utilitarianism. So Gen Z seeks to maximize the collective goods. They prioritize working for companies that emphasize sustainability, social justice, and inclusivity over immediate financial gains. Their commitment to long-term benefits reflects this philosophy. Second, social contract theory. Gen Z values fairness, transparency, and trust in the workplace. They hold companies accountable for ethical practice and demand equal treatment for all employees. This aside with Rousseau's idea of building trust, cooperation through fair system and practice.
Hi everyone, my name is FARHANA NADIA, metric number 294512. Today I want to explore an important topic, which is
Is Generation Z work ethic really behind Malaysia hotel staffing gap? For me, I think it's not, because blaming them is too simple and overlook the larger issue. So now I will dive into fact, value, and how the Velasquez ethical model sheds light on the situation. So looking at fact, this problem goes beyond Gen Z choices. The hospitality industry has a long-standing reputation for tough condition, low pay, and unpredictable hours. This problem impacts all generations. Did you know 84% of Gen Z prefer the remote work weekly compared to about 60% of millennials? Because Gen Z seek the flexibility and meaningful tasks, not the outdated norm. So asking them to settle for rigid schedule, that's like using a map when everyone else is on GPS. I mean, it just does not align. Now let's turn to ethics. Holding Gen Z responsible for this challenge is not fair. It is a shortcut that ignores the deeper problem. Fairness means ensuring everyone is treated equally. So why expect the younger worker to tolerate harsh conditions and low wages? It is not just unfair, it also undermines the principle of equity in the workplace. I mean, it's like asking someone to sprint a marathon without shoes. Also, care ethic emphasize understanding people need. So Gen Z prioritize mental well-being, balance in life, and fair treatment. So can we fault them for choosing better path when these are lacking? So here is where the Velasquez ethical framework becomes crucial. This model walks us through a structured approach to ethical decision making. Step 1. Identify the ethical issue. So the problem here is blaming Gen Z for staffing shortage without addressing the deeper systemic issue in the hospitality sector. Step 2. Gather the fact. What do we know? We know that Gen Z value flexibility, meaningful work, and balance in life. Meanwhile, the hospitality industry struggle with poor pay, limited perks, and outdated structure. These are not Gen Z specific problem. They highlight the broader challenges. Step 3. Consider alternative. Should the industry stick with the status quo or evolve to meet changing worker expectation? Maintaining the current approach risks alienating an entire generation. On the other hand, improving working conditions could attract not only Gen Z but talent across all age groups. Step 4. Make a decision. The most ethical choice is clear, which is address systemic challenges, improve job satisfaction, and create an environment that align with modern value. Gen Z is not rejecting work. They are advocating for better norm. The last step is reflect on the outcome. So after implementing these changes, the industry must monitor results, gather feedback, and continue to adapt. This step ensure the decision remain relevant and effective in the long run. So by following this model, we move from assigning blame to creating meaningful positive change. So let's rethink how we approach this challenge. Gen Z is not the problem, they are a signal for change. The hospitality industry has the chance to grow by addressing outdated norms and creating workplaces that value all employees. So by adapting to evolving needs and fostering a culture of respect and innovation, we can unlock the full potential of every worker, regardless of age. The future of work is here and it is about collaboration, fairness, and creativity. So let's lead with this value and build a hospitality together. Thank you.